Hello there, the magnificent Jazz Culture Stories here, back again with another video. And so basically, this is part 3 of the when you write a letter to a special girl named Abby and she tells your friend in 8th hour that she isn't interested and she doesn't know how to tell you at the beginning of October, and it's about to be the beginning of November, and you're just kind of mad. That's part 3. So basically, I'm hoping this is the last part. And for YouTube's sake, let's not. Like, who knows, but what happened tomorrow? We have a football game, and so we're taking a portion of the band and to an undisclosed location. I had a couple outtakes here where I had to say the straight up location of basically where I was going. Don't want to do that. No offense to y'all. And so, for YouTube's sake, let's hope there's part 4. For my mental sake, I hope this is the end. Sorry. Anyway, thank you for subscribing to Jazz Culture Stories if you are here. Because, this channel is taking a lot of time out of my hands. I started recording this stuff at 10 and it is 11:42. And I still have to edit these videos. It'll be worth it, When somebody being stupid, it's like, look bro, look, this video, and they show it right to Abby. I want somebody to do that. I want somebody to go up to Abby and be like, look at this video, listen to it, I think it's about you. Things I do for YouTube. Anyway, let's get into the story, man. Okay, so basically, I'll start with the rain. I'm telling you, man, there's something in this rainwater. Like, it makes children, high schoolers and middle schoolers go crazy. I've been in school for 10 years, 11 years now, and every time it rains outside, children can't focus, classes go wild, etc. I don't understand. And so this is band rehearsal. So we're all waiting because it's raining on and off. And the assistant band director, so basically, so let me back up. So I was hanging out with Malachi and his senior friend, at the vending machines, right? And he was all like, "Why don't you have so he was like, "Why don't you have a girl, bro?" And I was like, I really don't know. And so that was the beginning of the day, the beginning of the practice. And so get back to the band room, and I talked to my band boys, Michael and Brian, and they were all like, I was like, there's something in the rain, bro. And they were like, what do you mean by that? Like some acid? I'm like, no, not some like acid, like some like stuff that messes with our brains, like something like mentally just affects us, And so it's getting closer. I'm saying this as in past tense right here. It's getting closer to the assistant band director getting back from the football field so that we can know if we're going outside or not. And so it's kind of hard to see the text. And so guess who walks in with her entourage? Abby. Of course, they walk through the wrong door. The door slams. Like they wanted to make an entrance or something. So I look, I'm like, oh shoot. What was I gonna say? Okay, I'm mixing up my words at this point. Okay, oh shoot. There's Abby, and we're standing by their cubbies. I don't want to be here right now. And so she literally only travels with her friends. So if I were to go up to her and be like why would you put me under this emotional stress this whole month, literally, with no response, and to ridicule me about my marching, which is literally the only other thing I do other than basketball and YouTube. That's like very tolling on my emotions. Like, you might think that only girls have emotions, but guys have emotions too. If I were to do that, I'd be quadruple teamed by literally 3 other girls, and they'd be like, how dare you insult our friend? Our friend is the nicest girl you could ever meet. She would never do that. And she would be like, yeah, what are you talking about? I would lose. I'm usually known for arguments. I have a Samsung, and I have to argue that Apple is not as good as Samsung in certain places. Yeah, I can say Apple. Yeah, Apple. I commend Apple for certain things like iOS. That's a whole nother brand of things. You know, like, that's a whole nother category of something. Like iMessage and FaceTime, Android might never have integration like that. Anyway, so I'm known for making good arguments, for being on the losing side, but I could not win that argument, especially against 4 girls. So basically, let me find my notes. And so assistant band director comes back. He's like, y'all can go to the field. Me and the boys, we walking back. We literally the first ones down there. And so one of our bass clarinets is sitting at the gate. I'm like, yo, we can't, we're not going through there because of the puddle, so we're going to first base. Because we practice at the baseball field, of course. And so we walk over to where we put our instrument cases. Put my instrument case down. A couple minutes later, she comes up. Abby puts her case literally like 7 feet away from mine. So like, that's like about 3 baritone cases. And I'm like confused. I'm like, do you hate me that much? Like, I mean, this just looks dumb. Like, it looks dumb on your part because I put my instrument case down and you're like, instrument case? Interesting. Let me put mine 7 feet away from yours. Like, you look like a clown. And so I'm like not trying to like have a mental breakdown because of the case. And then so I like was gonna talk to her friends and be like, you see this, like, something wrong? Is she okay? You know, like, why would she do that? Because I didn't want them to be like, oh yeah, that's just normal, you know, sometimes we just need space. I'm like, so you need 7 feet for like baritone cases? Anyway, so they would be like, I don't see a problem here. And so it was like light rain. So Woodwinds didn't have their instruments, right? Lucky them. We wouldn't have this mess if it weren't for them saying we could have our instruments, you know? And so basically, it's just me and Abby, and there's 4 other people missing. The other girl is absent because she's sick, I guess. And then one's at cross country, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then one's at quiz bowl, and then the last one, section leader Malachi, he's helping with equipment. And so basically it's just 2 of us. Neither one of us have our dot charts. Everybody else in the band has a dot chart. And so they're like, get on your dot. I'm like, I don't know what dot is. Half my section's missing. Actually, 2/3 of our section is missing, and we don't know how to curve with 2 people that far away. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait until the rest of us baritones get here. And so when Malachi gets back, of course, I'm like, and so gets dot charts. Me and Abby still don't have our dot chart because they didn't understand how to pass out dot charts. And so, but yeah, Abby's like, yeah, don't forget about Michael. I'm like, huh? This is referring to me, Michael, not my friend Michael that I'm switching names. Okay, so like, me, Michael, fake Michael, me, Michael. So she's like, don't forget about Michael, me, Michael. And so I'm like, why would you emphasize my name like that? And she didn't say, so she was like, can you give me my dot chart? Pause, and then, and Michael's. So she paused, so it would, like, am I, like, yeah, I kind of seem like I'm extra. I'm gonna acknowledge that, like, certain people don't acknowledge. It's just weird. Like, I'm just nitpicking because it's a story. This is the grand finale of the stories of the stories. So I gotta get small, detailed. I gotta get my magnifying glass. I gotta make sure there was no dirt on my baritone while this was happening. You know, gotta have every speck of rain on my baritone in the video. Okay. And so, it was just like, and then she was all like, oh yeah, Mike was here too. After she was like, yeah, I'm the only baritone. Mike was here too. Like, nobody acted like, you didn't have to pause. Like, I understand why she paused. You know? And then my S7 turned off. Nice, okay. And so basically, so the heavy hitter begins, And so I tell my section leader Malachi, I'm like, 2 people hate me or dislike me, I guess you can say. This is after practice, by the way. And he's like, yeah, that senior that you almost took his spot in the marching show. I marched another spot. I switched and he thought his spot was in danger, so he was mad at me my freshman year. And so I was like, I said 2 people, not one person, and the second person is a girl, obviously. And so on cue, Abby is like, hate could be a strong word. I'm like, so you do like eavesdropping on my conversations. This was Tuesday. This was yesterday. Tuesday. This happened. I still haven't gotten over this. On cue, she was like, hate could be a strong word, Michael. Me, Michael. So she emphasized could and hate. So when I took from this with my magnifying glass, I was like, could and hate. So basically, she's saying hate could be a strong word, but it can be used in certain situations. And what I used in this is that she was emphasizing hate because it was affecting her, and could because she kind of hates me, so she didn't make it obvious. Like, hate hate is a strong word when it's talking about me to you. That's what she would have said if she was like a total diva or something. And so, yeah, I'm like, yeah, maybe dislike is better. I walk right past her, didn't see her reaction, and so she didn't speak. And so, to me, so I'm like, yo, Michael, Brian, let's go. So they were done packing up their trombones, so we headed out. We did a SpongeBob. We were like, alright, I'ma head out. Right after that boss move, bro. Like, that was like, I'm not gonna say that was a soft move, but that was a boss move, okay? I'm telling you, bro. She had been clowning me for the past month, and I came back, I was like, dislike could be a better word, I guess. And so, to be continued, because this is my life after all, I guess. And so, thank you for listening to me rant. And let me put my notes down and be serious, just, I don't know. This is awareness video, I guess. This part, you can click off if you want to. Just, I don't know why there's so much hate in the world. This all started because of hate. And in a way, I contributed to it. I was joking with my friend. I was like, yo, you should date Abby. He was like, no, I wouldn't date Abby. And then the other guys backed him up, like, ugh, who would date Abby? And this goes back to the precursor in the beginning of part 1. And I was like, like, Abby's a pretty cool girl, who wouldn't want to date her? Y'all are kidding, right? Or like, laughing, like, son, stop clowning. I'm like, I can't hang out with y'all right now. So I walk off and I hang out with some other friends. Actually, I think it was Brian and Michael I hung out with, So, hung out with them. And then, so we were waiting for our buses at a certain spot. And so, I find Abby. And I'm like, yo, Abby, I just need to tell you something. She's like, yeah, what's up? Now, this is at the point where we weren't best friends at anything. We weren't good friends. We were decent acquaintances. Like, we could have been friends. Like, if I had, been less of an introvert. And I'm like, these guys were talking about you like this. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, yeah, they were, saying, yeah, no one would, date you, but she looked upset from that. I can understand. We were in 9th grade. We just started 9th grade, and we were still in our quote-unquote 8th grade year from the beginning of the year. That emotionally took a toll on her. She ran off as on cue, and I felt devastated. She didn't show back up, but one of her friends showed up. She was like, why would you say something to her like that? And I was like, can you let me explain? I didn't mean to come across like that. I was like, these guys said this, but I totally would, if you were open to it, I would date you. It was what I was planning on saying. And got shut down pretty hard right there. Nobody let me talk, And to be honest, we had to walk up to the front of the school. And I walked back by myself. Just devastated. I had lost so many friends that night. I gained a couple back, the guy I joked with was so hurt that I would ever compare, put him and Abby in a couple, that he needed time to cool off, those other guys don't hang out with me anymore. And then the junior guy didn't like me still. He was a junior last year, of course. And so I walked back alone, and I was walking back. I wasn't looking around for Abby. I just wanted to apologize, I really, truly wanted to. Because I knew, I saw it in her face. I saw her face, just melt. Just go expressionless. And I couldn't help, but it was because I was the messenger of the bomb. The bomb exploded. And it just looked bad on my part. That's why I wrote the letter. At the end of September, gave it to her, and that's where this all happened. And now she's putting me under emotional distress. And this is high school for you. So yeah, high school is great, you know, like you get to do so many more things that you don't get to do in middle school. It's just high school also comes with more drama and more classes, more grades, more pressure, you know. And, you know, like, I look back at it and I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. But it's gone on for way too long to be addressed as nothing. And I know this is literally 21-minute little video right here to end. So it's gonna be like an hour long in total. And so I literally reached a maximum thing right there. So I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, if anybody's showed this to Abby, I guess this is the point where I say I'm sorry, you know, just why'd you have to do it? Why'd you have to put me under this emotional stress? Like, yeah, I put her under the stress the whole year, but thinking of that on, we had first hour together last year. I would so she would come from the band room, I would come from the cafeteria. I would see her walking, I would wait, let her go through the door. She wouldn't acknowledge, she would just cover her face and walk through the door. And thank goodness we didn't march right next to each other that year. I think there would have been a fight. Like, there would have been there would have been my clan versus her clan. Verbal fight, of course, because I'm not getting into a physical fight, no matter what circumstance. And so, this is the story on how I wrote a letter and got ghosted. This is Jazz Culture Stories, signing off to do an unboxing. Have a good one.